Thank you. Breaking this midday. The Dodge County Sheriff is out. Dustin Weitzel resigned from the post, and the Dodge County Board of Supervisors accepted that resignation this morning. Weitzel pled guilty to wire fraud earlier this week. As a part of his federal plea deal, he had to turn over his badge and agree to never seek a job in law enforcement again. Weitzel was up for re-election this fall, but since he resigned before August 3rd, the Republican Party now has until September 1st to nominate his replacement. Weitzel was running unopposed.